Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Gulfstream Park here on Sunday. It is the 5th of March 2023. Gonna look at the 10th race from Gulfstream, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the 10th race from Gulfstream, which is an allowance optional claimer, purse $86,000. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards, never won $12,000 once in a main claiming starter or restricted race, or it's never won 2 races. A claim price $35,000. We have a field here of 15 horses entered. 13, 14, and 15 are also eligible, so only 12 go 2,200 meters or mile 3/8 on the Gulfstream Park turf course. They'll be running at the 0 feet position, so it's the inner portion of that wide turf course. One of those. This is a part of that mandatory pick 6 Rainbow 6 payout, so it's going to be an exciting race and an exciting card today from Gulfstream, so hopefully you play that pick 6. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 10 horse Dripping Gold. Let's go 10-1-8-3 in the superfecta. 10-1-8-3 super, top selection 10 horse Dripping Gold, 4-year colt by Lemon Drop Kid. Shug McGahee trains, Jose Ortiz gets the mount. The horse's most recent appearance came the 19th of November at Aqueduct, mile 3/8 and lounge race 90,000, and he finished second by a nose that day. He just kind of stalked all the way around the race course. He had the lead, and then he just kind of pulled himself up. He just couldn't get there late. He got caught at the wire. He ran his heart out. Refreshing here to Gulfstream, where he gets a little closer. He probably will leave out of the gate to get good position. I think he could really run a good race and win. 2 back in lounge race for 105 at Aqueduct, mile 3/8 on 21st of October. He finished third by a neck that day. He was a little bit wide. He had a decent turn of foot late, but nothing bad about that race, coming home with an 88 buyer there. And then prior to that, in the Dueling Grounds Derby at Kentucky Downs, mile 5, 16th, 5th of September, he finished 5th by 7 3/4 lengths that day. He was very wide and just not really comfortable on that circumference course. Also, a note in the racing form, he was washy, so maybe he just wasn't handling the surroundings there at Kentucky Downs. It's a very quirky course to run with and surroundings. And then earlier, 2 weeks prior, he actually ran at Saratoga on the 25th of August, mile 3 16th in the Melon, in a lounge race 115,000. First time facing older horses. He finished second by 3/4 length. He was a little bit wide. He had the lead. It looked like he was going to get away with it, but then he pulled himself up and he got caught late. What can you do there? He has to keep the momentum going. And then prior to that, Saratoga, mile 8th on the inner turf course in optional 80. He finished 7 by 2 1/4 lengths, and he basically lost all chances a few days prior to the race at the post drug. He was drawn 11 of 12 that day. Stupidly wide. He just didn't have the turn of foot there. But with every single race, he's definitely been on the improve. I'm going to give him a shot in the spot. The 1 horse Experience wouldn't surprise me if he wins. His first start in 15 months came 3rd of February here at Gulfstream, a mile and a half in optional 35, where he finished 3rd by 4 lengths. He was a little bit wide. He needs something more late, but he ran well first off the bench. Second off the bench coming here, I think he could run a good race. His races in 2021 as a 3-year-old weren't bad at all. He placed in the Bald Eagle Derby over the mile and a half at Pimlico in July 2021. Came back to run an okay 5th in the Virginia Derby at Colonial after that, and then had a decent 4th behind Avon in a lounge race at Aqueduct in November 2021 over the mile 3/8. Not a bad race at all. I think he wants the longer trip, and I think he should get a good trip. And I think the 8 horse Howie Street going to the longer trip for the first time wouldn't surprise me if he gets the job done. I like the allowance, the maiden victory last time out here in January at Gulfstream, where he won quite nicely by a half a length. And then on debut last year at Aqueduct on that inner turf course, breaking from 12 to 12, he really had a decent place there. Another horse, I'll give him a shot second off the bench to win over the mile 3 furlongs. But to recount my selection for the 10th from Gulfstream, let's take the 10 horse Dripping Gold. Give kudos to the 1 horse Experience and the 8 horse Howe Street. 10-1-8-3 super, 10-1-8 in your multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.